Y'all ready for this?
Welcome to Destiny Children's TV.
We're so glad that you have joined us today. Today we're starting a whole new series looking at, believe it, some of the most amazing stories in the Bible. And we are going to be looking at some of the amazing things that God says about us and challenging us all to believe it. Are you with me? We're going to have a great time today looking at the first story, which is the story of Jonah and his encounter with a fish.
But before we get to that, you know what we're going to do. So up you get, find a space. We're going to worship Jesus together. Are you ready? Here we go.
I want to scream it out from every mountain top. Your goodness knows no bounds. Your goodness never stops. Your mercy follows me. Your kindness fills my life. Your love amazes me. And I'll sing because you are good. And I'll dance because you are good. And I'll shout because you are good. You are good to me. Nothing and no one comes anywhere close to you. The earth and oceans deep only reflect this truth. And in my darkest night, you shine as bright as day. Your love amazes me. And I'll sing because you are good. And I'll dance because you are good. And I'll shout because you are good. You are good to me. And I'll sing because you are good. And I'll dance because you are good. And I'll shout because you are good. You are good, so good to me. So good to me. So good to me.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In my questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. You are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. 167, 168.
Oh, hi, Grandma. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just finishing off my list.
Oh, great. What kind of list is it? Is it your shopping list? If it is, I hope you have remembered to write down your false teeth glue. You don't want to go without that.
Dusty, shush. All the boys and girls are watching from Destiny Children's TV.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is it your list of presents that you're going to buy Grandad for his birthday?
Definitely not. I've already told you he's getting an apple.
Oh, wow, an Apple what? You're buying him an iPad or an iPhone?
What are you talking about? He's having an apple, as in the fruit.
Oh, well, I hope he isn't disappointed. Well, if it isn't a shopping list, and it isn't Grandad's birthday present list, then what is it?
It's a list of all the people that I don't like.
What? Grandma, that's terrible.
Well, I need to keep track. I keep forgetting who I like and who I don't like, so I've made this list to help me out.
Oh, Grandma, there can't be that many people you don't like. How many have you got on your list?
Well, I've got 168 on this sheet, but that doesn't include my notebook upstairs, and that's full up already.
Oh, Grandma, come on then, give us an example of who is on there.
Well, I've got the postman.
Why? We have a really nice postman.
Nope, I don't like him anymore because he didn't say good morning to me last week when he walked past.
Oh, that's a silly reason not to like him.
Well, he's going on my list anyway. And, oh, that reminds me, I need to add the next door neighbour for playing their music far too loud again.
Grandma, soon there won't be anybody left that you do like. I think you should tear up your list and forget all about it. In fact, I think today's Destiny Children's TV can help you out. You need to listen to what we are learning about today. Are you willing to at least listen?
Oh, okay then. But I think I'll still need my list.
I don't think you will. We're going to talk about what we should do for people we don't like. Are you ready to listen up?
Come on then, let's do it.
We're starting a brand new series entitled Believe It. I'm a big sci-fi fan. I love all those amazing things that are set in space. Do you have a favourite sci-fi film or TV series? Maybe it's Star Wars, maybe it's Marvel, maybe it's something else. But you know, they are all made up. You know what isn't made up though, is the Bible. And the stories that we find in there actually happened. And so today we're going to look at the story of Jonah and the whale and how that relates to us needing to love our enemies. Let's go.
Heroes of the Bible, Jonah. This is Jonah. Jonah was a prophet. That means it was his job to tell people what God told him to say.
Yep.
One day, God told Jonah to go to Nineveh because the people of Nineveh were doing bad things. But instead, Jonah ran away.
Where are you, please?
And went to the port to board a ship, going the other way. He was hoping to get away from God. He sailed for a place called Tarshish. While he was at sea, God sent a great and powerful wind over the sea that caused a storm that seemed like it would break the ship apart. Fearing for their lives, the sailors tried everything they could think of to save the ship. Meanwhile, Jonah was sound asleep, so the captain went down and said, "How can you sleep at a time like this? Get up and pray to your God. Maybe he will help us." Then the crew figured out that Jonah was the reason for the storm, and they asked him, "Who are you? Why is this happening to us?" Jonah told them who he was and that he worshiped the one true God who made the sea. Then he told the sailors to throw him in the sea so the storm would stop.
No, why?
The sailors still tried to escape the storm, but it was no use. So they asked God for forgiveness and threw Jonah into the sea. The storm stopped at once.
Whoa!
The sailors were amazed at God's power and they vowed to serve him. Now God sent a great fish to swallow Jonah,
Great.
and Jonah was inside the fish for 3 days and nights. Jonah prayed to God from inside the fish, and God ordered the fish to spit Jonah out.
Yuck.
God told Jonah again to go to the city of Nineveh to tell them what God had said about them.
I get it.
This time, Jonah obeyed God and went to Nineveh to deliver God's message. The people of Nineveh stopped doing bad things and turned to God. They were saved because they listened to the message that God had given Jonah.
So there you go, in that story, Jonah did not want to go to the Nineveh, not because he was scared that he might get hurt, but because actually he didn't want those people to get to know God. He didn't want God to forgive those people. You know, you might have somebody who is not very nice to you, who's perhaps hurt you, or does something that you don't like. You know, God tells us that we need to pray for them. He tells us that we need to ask God to help them. Now, that doesn't mean that we need to be their best friend. That doesn't mean that we need to do everything that they say. But we need to remember that God loves everybody. And in this series called Believe It, we are looking at some of the truths of the Bible. And this truth is that God loves everybody, and that anybody can become a friend of God, even those people who perhaps we don't like so much. Today's memory verse is found in Matthew 5:44-45. It says, "But I tell you, love your enemies, pray for those who hurt you. If you do this, then you will be true sons of your Father in heaven." You know, the Bible verse goes on to talk about how the fact that if we only care and are friendly with people who are our friends, then what difference does that make? How does that show people that we are different? The Bible challenges us to love those, even those people who are perhaps a little bit unlovable, who are perhaps a little bit mean to us and a little bit nasty. It doesn't mean that we should be a walkover. It doesn't mean that we have to do everything that they say. But it does mean that we shouldn't retaliate. It does mean that we shouldn't act the way that they act. But instead, we should show them love. We should give them a second chance. It means that we should treat them the way God treats us, the way he loves us and cares for us. Let's read that memory verse again. Matthew 5:44-45. "But I tell you, love your enemies, pray for those who hurt you. If you do this, then you will be true sons of your Father in heaven." Today we've been looking at our new series on Believe It. You know, the story of Jonah and being swallowed by a fish. You know, that can be hard to believe, but it's true. In the same way, it can be hard to love our enemies. It can be hard to pray for those people who hurt us. But that's what the Bible encourages us to do. It encourages us to trust God and to show people that we as Christians, we are different and we can show them the great love of God.
Okay everyone, it's time to do a craft. So there's going to be a short video come up with instructions, but we're going to make our very own Jonah being swallowed by the big fish. Here we go. You'll need a glue stick, some scissors, your little picture of Jonah from our activity sheet today, a lollipop stick, a googly eye and a paper plate. I've already coloured mine in blue, but you can decorate yours however you like. First of all, we need to cut a big triangle out of our paper plate. This is going to become the tail of our fish in just a moment. This is now our fish's mouth, so let's glue on our googly eye. Let's glue on the tail. There we have our fish. Now then, let's cut out Jonah and let's take a couple of moments just to colour him in nicely. You can decorate Jonah however you like. Now let's stick Jonah to our lolly stick, and then we can stick the lolly on the underside of our big fish. And there we have it, Jonah about to be swallowed up by the big fish. Well done everybody.
Pop quiz, hotshot. Why did Jonah run away from Nineveh? Was it A, he hated the people of Nineveh? Was it B, he was scared of Nineveh? Or was it C, he didn't like boats? What is it? A, B, or C? Answer now. Don't delay. What's the answer? The answer is A! He hated the people of Nineveh. Why does God tell us to pray for those who insult us? Is it A, God is mean? Is it B, God loves everyone, including those who hurt us? Or is it C, God likes to give us more work? A, B, or C? What do you reckon, guys? Have a think about it and shout out your answer. That's right, it is B. God loves everyone, including those who hurt her. Question number 3. How does loving your enemies help us? Is it A, it stops us becoming bitter and nasty? Or is it B, God tells us to be nice to everyone? Or is it C, it gives us nice shiny fur? What do you reckon? Is it A, B, or C? What do you reckon? A, C, B, C? What do you reckon? Shout it out now! That's right, it is A. It stops us from becoming bitter and nasty.
Thank you for joining us today on Destiny Children's TV. Hope you enjoyed making your Jonah and the Big Fish. You'll find the template for Jonah on the activity sheets, which are at destinychurch.co.uk. There's colouring, there's our memory verse, there's our little Jonah, and there's some other activities there as well for you. And remember, this week we need to be praying for those people who maybe aren't our best friends, but we need to be praying for them and loving them anyway. So have a great week, everybody, and we will see you again real soon. Bye.
Let's meet Jonah, who told the people what God wanted him to say. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, but he went the other way. Jonah got on a boat and sailed into the sea. God sent a big storm while Jonah was sleeping. The sailors were scared and asked, why would this be? Then Jonah said, the storm is because of me. The sailors threw Jonah over the side of the boat. The storm stopped at once and the ship was kept afloat. Jonah was swallowed by a great big fish. He was in its belly going swish, swish, swish. The fish swam along for 3 days and nights. Jonah said he was sorry and that he would make it right. So God ordered the fish to spit Jonah out. And Jonah told the people what God was all about. When the people of Nineveh heard what he had to say, they stopped doing bad things and changed their wicked ways. God saved the people of Nineveh from a really bad fate. Jonah learned to obey God and what it was like to be fish bait.